Hey, good morning. Ed Drost here. And look, we're shooting a video. We have Holly Demott on. She does a fabulous job presenting. And Three Wellness, build in waves in 2024. Look, we're starting a 90-day blitz. February 20th, 2023, Three launched. And at the time, I really didn't know the name of the company. I didn't know the product line, but I saw a video and a gentleman from New Jersey, Stephen Rieker. He's on a good bit. Stephen's not here today, but we uh, we decided to become founding members of Three because we saw the vision of Three. And now that if once you see the vision, you try the products, you realize our product line. There's nothing out there, as far as the type of products that we handle. We have high class products. Just put it that way. All absorbable. You're not eliminating most of the vitamins you take in. So we're going to just show you how you can build a profitable business with Three Wellness from Holly Demott.
Well, hello, everyone. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are on this earth, I am here to welcome you to our Empowerment Tuesday. My name is Holly Demott, and I am in Scottsdale, Arizona at the moment tonight. And I say that because it's been planes, trains, automobiles. The regionals were absolutely on fire. It was so great to get together with people, to have that connection and see people light up with the possibility of what they can do with this. And that leads me to what we're going to be talking about tonight, which is the power of a wave and multiple waves and creating the waves. So whether you're brand new and you're like, okay, what's a wave? I'm going to talk about what a wave is and really helping to create that steam behind that wave for you to just explode up, right? And have that wave. I'm not a surfer, but if I was, I would want the biggest wave so I could have a blast. And so those of you that are in the surfing world, you know what I mean? And you could talk more to that. You want these explosive waves so you can get the ride of your life. And that's what we have here. That's what I feel. So I have 15 years. I've crossed it, 14 to 15 years of experience in network marketing. I have a corporate background for those of you who are not familiar with my story. And I pivoted hard to network marketing. After 8 years in the corporate world, I was one out of 8,000 people that was laid off in a day. And I was like, I want freedom. I want to build something that's a legacy. I want to build something that I can have freedom with, no ceiling. And I am so happy that I am here at Three with 15 years of experience. And with that experience comes many waves. So whether you're on, and think about this, are you on with experience? You have experience with whether it's having your own business and creating that momentum. You've been in network marketing where you created those waves before. And maybe some of you are like, hey, I started before, but I never did create that momentum. But here you want to do it. Here you're like, yes, this is my time because I know I have more in me to create the wave, create the residual, create the community, create the team, be a part of this movement. And some of you are brand new where you're like, I've never done any of this. And you're like, okay, what am I in for? Well, I was in your seat one day. And it took learning and it took applying myself, watching this. And a training like this, I would watch over and over and I dig into all the other ones. And I just kept practicing. I always call what we do so much like yoga. So I am a yogi. And the hardest part is placing that mat out and getting to that studio for me. But once I get there, it's practice mode. And then you practice and you fall down, you make mistakes, but you get up and you do better. And it's all about the practice, the whole journey of it. So let's get into the wave. Let's get into what this is. They're going to have some key takeaways for you to practice. That is a key element in our business of what you should be doing every single day. Okay, so let me share. I'm a visual person. I love to share visuals so you can follow along. So this is the power in building in waves. So many of us that, may have joined back February 20th when we had our pre-launch, and even, on up until a few months ago where we had our convention, we've already started a wave. We already have a big wave going. And it's like, notice this is plural. It's building in waves. It's waves. So it's not just about that initial recruiting of like, okay, I recruited. Now what do I do? Do I just stick with that entire group of recruits and that's it? And that's going to build the income? And I'm here to tell you that's not it. It's multiple recruiting segments, sessions, phases. Call them phases. We've done phase 1. Now let's go into phase 2. And with every phase, with every single phase that we do, there's learning and there's mastering the skills. There's personal and business growth. You often hear that this is a personal development plan with a compensation plan attached. And that could not be more true. In my experience, Holly on day 1, even February 20th, I could simply use February 20th when we launched here. Holly on February 20th is a different Holly today. And I owe that to building and recruiting and learning and being plugged in, going to events, leveling up my expectations of where I want to go, and know that I'm working on myself. So that's for all of you. All of you, this personal needs, this business growth is so absolutely beautiful because the person that you become in the process, and we're going to get into exactly more of that. And then of course, the relationships, and the relationships are people that you're meeting every wave. You're meeting people that you may not have ever have known before, never have crossed paths before. And I really value that. And so many of you on here, think about people that you have met within 3 that you hadn't met before. And no, these waves create that. And what the waves do is they create more customers. They create brand loyalists. They create raving fans. So raving fans are people that, they talk so positively about 3. They may do the business. They may not be. They may just be raving customers. And they're ordering every single month, no matter what. They will never go without the 3 products. And then they're plugged into the community. They're never going to miss an event. You're creating more business partners. So I hope you're seeing the value in not just doing one wave of recruitment and talking to people, and the value of multiple waves, because the waves create retention. And, I'm very business minded, and I know that I want a strong retention. I want a company that has products that give us strong retention. And that is right here, strong retention. People want these products. They run out and they're like, I feel it. I need more. I need to have these products in my body at all times. That creates residual. And that's really the big picture here. And have you thought of that for yourself? Maybe it has been a while before you really actually sat down and thought, what do I want from this? What's the residual income that I want to see drop into my bank account every single week? That little Friday ding that we get. You want to see that? What do you want that number to be? And that's something only you can answer. And that the why behind what that number would bring to your life, the joy, the happiness, the less stress, sleeping better at night, what would change when you have that number drop into your account? And that fuels you taking these steps to be like, you know what, I'll do 500 waves if that's what it takes. Knowing I'm recruiting, spending a 20, 30-day time recruiting 20 people. And I'm going to be recruiting, getting better every single one of them. And I know I'm going to come across the right people. Absolutely. And if it takes multiple waves, that's what it takes. So here we are. We're early. You guys, we're only 8 months old. We're only 8 months old. I like laugh out of like pure happiness because we're so early in this company of where we're going to ride this wave. Like it's amazing. And just know you're going to have multiple waves, but right now we need to embark on the next wave. So what are the key frontline activities to do that? I'm right here with you all. Okay. So yes, I've had my first wave and it's been awesome. And I'm now on the front line doing these activities for the second wave. And what does that entail? It's a new list. It's not, beating up the old list and having it just be like nothing's happening to it. You create a new list. So I'm going to give you some ideas for the new list because many people are like, gosh, I reached out to that first group of people and, maybe some said no that you thought would say yes. And we've all had that happen. All of us, we've all had that happen. Maybe some of those people on that first list, they've came in, they've joined you, they've locked arms. Awesome. Maybe some ghosted you. Maybe some never got back to you. That happens to me. So you're normal. We're normal. And so it comes with a new list. And with that new list, think about your guest list, your Christmas card list. Many people will say, who would I put on it? And I'm like, well, who do you send Christmas cards to? Here we are. Christmas is right around the corner. People are getting that Christmas card list out. So who do you send those to? Have you added them to your list ever? How about starting there? I often ask people too, if you had a graduation party for one of your children, if your wedding, there's so many activities we do. Many people invite hundreds to their wedding, hundreds, but yet it comes to this list and they're like, I don't know who I'm going to write down. It's like, wait a minute. Usually the wedding list, you're trying to go from like 400 people to 200. You have to cut people out. And here we are adding people to this list. So the new list is, of course, existing people that you have relationships with, but it's also the new people that you're connecting with, the new people you're talking with, and we'll get into that. So it's connecting and it's inviting. And this is an everyday activity. There's consistency with knowing, hey, I'm connecting today. Sharing your 3 story, that's a piece of the connecting. The sharing your 3 story is a vital piece. And we're going to go through that next because that is going to be one of your takeaways, is to really practice your 3 story, because you got to be ready to say it. And it just comes out without even knowing, oh my gosh, I'm telling my story, and telling that every single day. These are frontline activities. I do this. Meetings, Zoom and in person. And the key here with the meetings is not just having a meeting once every so often. You want consistency. You want every week your calendar's your boss. Okay. If there's any boss here in our business, it's your calendar, because your calendar really shows you what activities you have going on. And if the frontline activities this is something where you're like, hey, I'm new, I can't wait to dive into this. That's awesome. If you've done that first wave and you're still in phase 1 and you're like, I don't want to get out of that phase 1. Okay. This is where we're challenging you. It's time to get out of phase 1. We're going into a whole new wave and it's expanding you. Okay. You're getting out of your comfort zone. So the meetings though, you want consistency, because the new people, the people from your first wave and your new people, you need a place to meet and to do presentations for everyone to come together, share the power of the testimonials. And so you want consistency with these. Then activating your new brand ambassador. That's a frontline activity. I take that very seriously with activating a new brand ambassador. Knowing to help them to get started. We still have our founder packs. And having this second wave is a really big deal. knowing, okay, I have to be out there promoting and marketing these because I want more and more people joining at that level while we have them. So let's get into the story piece.